Why your brain loves laziness.
Part 1. The strange truth about laziness. Have you ever promised yourself that you would start studying, exercising, or working on an important project, but instead you ended up scrolling through your phone for hours? Most people think laziness is a personality flaw. They believe lazy people simply lack discipline or motivation. But what if that's not true? What if your brain is actually designed to avoid unnecessary effort? The truth is that your brain is constantly trying to save energy. It evolved in a world where food was scarce and survival was difficult. Conserving energy increased the chances of staying alive. So when you choose the easier option, your brain often sees it as a smart decision, not a mistake. Understanding this simple fact can completely change the way you look at productivity. Part 2. Your brain is an energy-saving machine. The human brain uses a huge amount of energy. Although it represents only a small portion of your body weight, it consumes a significant amount of your daily energy. Because of this, your brain is always looking for shortcuts. It prefers familiar habits over difficult new actions, or focusing on a challenging task requires mental effort. Learning a new skill, starting a workout routine. From your brain's perspective, effort means spending valuable energy. That's why staying in bed feels easier than exercising. That's why watching videos feels easier than studying. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your life. It's simply following ancient survival programming. Part 3. The reward trap. Now let's talk about dopamine. Dopamine is often called the motivation chemical, but its role is more complicated than most people think. Modern technology provides instant rewards. Every notification, like, message, or short video gives your brain a quick burst of satisfaction. Compared to these instant rewards, long-term goals feel boring. Studying for an exam may take weeks before you see results. Getting fit may take months. Building a successful business may take years. Your brain naturally pays attention to rewards that arrive immediately. This creates a trap where easy entertainment constantly beats meaningful progress. Part 4. Why starting feels so hard. Have you ever noticed that beginning a task is often harder than doing it? That's because your brain exaggerates the discomfort before you start. A difficult task seems huge when you're thinking about it. But once you begin, your brain adjusts. Many successful people use a simple trick. They don't focus on finishing the task. They focus on starting. Instead of saying, "I will study for 3 hours," they say, "I will study for 5 minutes." Once momentum begins, continuing becomes much easier. The hardest step is usually the first one. Part 5. How habits defeat laziness. Motivation comes and goes. Habits stay. People often wait until they feel motivated before taking action. This is a mistake. Successful people build systems that work even when they don't feel motivated. A habit reduces the amount of thinking required. The more automatic a behavior becomes, the less energy your brain must spend. That's why brushing your teeth feels easy. You don't debate it every morning. The goal is to make productive behaviors just as automatic. Small actions repeated every day can completely transform your life. Part 6. The 2-minute rule. One powerful strategy is called the 2-minute rule. If a task feels overwhelming, shrink it until it takes less than 2 minutes to begin. Want to read a book? Read 1 page. Want to exercise? Do 1 push-up. Want to write? Write 1 sentence. The objective is not massive progress. The objective is making it impossible to fail. Once you start, your brain often decides to continue. Tiny actions can create powerful momentum. Part 7. Your brain can be trained. The most important thing to remember is this. Your brain is not fixed. It can change. Every time you choose action over comfort, you strengthen new neural pathways. Every time you complete a difficult task, You teach your brain that effort is rewarding. Laziness is not your identity. It is simply a natural tendency that can be managed and overcome. The next time you feel lazy, don't ask yourself, "What's wrong with me?" Instead ask, "What's the smallest action I can take right now?" That small action could be the beginning of a completely different future.